Lock Solid is a precision form-fitting locking system. Following installation procedures provides for an easy installation. Here's a simple trick. When installing left to right, focus more on the head seam area. Insert end seam tongue into the groove tightly, allowing the long tongue seam to rest on the long groove ledge. Slightly lift the preceding plank at the end with your body directly behind the seam area. Lift both the end of the preceding and installing planks slightly in order to finesse the plank into place. You can feel the sweet spot where the plank tongue will drop into place within the groove. You can then continue down the plank edge to lock the seam. Use a tapping block to ensure that your Lock Solid flooring is seated correctly without damaging the joint. Tapping lightly on the LVT edge as you go to ensure the plank is fully seated. Inspect your work as you go. If you see a slight lift a few rows back, there is still time to correct it. Use a small piece of plank to protect the installed row, then place the tapping block against the plank tightly. At this point, use a small hammer to give short, direct taps to the tapping block. This will seat the previous row and allow any misaligned planks to work their way into place. Here's another simple trick to help install Lock Solid flooring under door jambs and tight areas, such as low-lying toe kicks. Use a small thumb plane to shave off the top of the groove and the bottom of the tongue. The planks should now freely slide together and apart. Just prior to installing, apply a small bead of MCS 42 seam sealer in the groove. Then slide the two pieces together. This will weld the prepared tongue and groove to one another. This makes installation in those tough areas easier without damaging the plank. Wipe off any surface excess sealer with a clean white cloth soaked in mineral spirits. Follow these same steps to install Lock Solid in other tight-fitting areas, such as underneath low-lying toe kicks. All right. As you continue the installation, we've also found that using a set of properly angled wedges to be a very useful tool. This allows you to support the tile while keeping it flat and at the correct angle for engaging the locking system. We've provided a detailed drawing of the wedges that can be made out of a piece of 2x4 board or equivalent. These can be downloaded at Mannington.com. The larger format LVT requires a bit more finesse and skill. It's important to ensure that all tiles stay square and true when installing Mannington Lock Solid Precision Fit. For this reason, it's important to use a tapping block when performing a corner-to-corner installation. Use the block to lightly tap the tile while aligning all four corners. When installing tiles in a corner-to-corner installation, we have found it very helpful to use a small bead of seam sealer in the groove of the first row to permanently weld these tiles together and ensure the tile corners don't shift during installation. It only takes about 30 seconds for the sealer to work. It is very important that these tiles are perfectly aligned prior to sealing. Temporarily installing a tile bridging corner on the installed tile will ensure proper alignment. This will keep tiles from moving as the remaining rows are installed. When possible, installing Lock Solid tiles in an evenly staggered fashion makes for an easier installation. This installation procedure allows for the tiles to interlock without movement as the rows are installed. Using these handy tricks along with skill and finesse, you too can install Lock Solid flooring quickly and efficiently.